Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you're brand new. Welcome back if you are not, and welcome home if that fits perfectly for you. Today we want to talk about what is up in terms of energy and astrology for the week of the 18th of August through the 24th. This is 2025. As always, let's get right in. On Monday, the 18th, the very first aspect we see this week is that Mercury in Leo sextiles Mars. That Gemini moon is going to sextile the Sun and Chiron. And then the moon moves into Cancer in the afternoon. That Cancer moon is going to square Chiron and quincunx Pluto. Now, the week starts off kind of loudly. We've got a lot of Leo energy. We've got a lot of Cardinal energy. We have a lot of Gemini energy. Do not be fooled by that loudness on Monday. Um, by midday, your feelings are going to shift inward. Your capacity to get stuff done might feel challenged, and it might feel challenged at depth, right? So, if you can plan for that slowdown, if you can expect it, and if you can be, let's say, 100% available to shift gears or to witness that abrupt kind of change in your motion, or in your emotional state, actually, it might save you from sliding sideways in a rather unpleasant way. So just expect it. On Tuesday, that Cancer moon is going to square Mars. The Leo sun will trine Chiron, and the moon will conjunct Jupiter. So Tuesday might unblock some expressive abilities that you didn't even know you had. Your capacity to claim your truths and your healing, right? Two different things, on a new level might actually shock you. And what I mean by that is, have you ever said something that you didn't even really know you that you knew, or something has just kind of moved through you in language or wording or art that you weren't even sure that you knew? That is the kind of thing I mean. That kind of next level channeled awareness. So let spirit surprise you with that unveiling, and recognize it for the gift that it is, right? On Wednesday, that Cancer moon is going to conjunct Venus. Look at that. And square Chiron before the moon moves into Leo. And that doesn't happen until around dinner time. So then that Leo moon is going to trine Saturn and Neptune, sextile Uranus, and oppose Pluto. So your level of grokkery with your deepest sense of home is off the charts today. And please remember, when we're talking about Venus and home, we're talking about, as always, what home looks like, smells like, tastes like, sounds like, feels like for you, right? Be in that. Um, the fact of the matter is that if you find yourself slipping into comparison between what is and what you desire, stop. Instead of sliding into a rabbit hole about it, just make a list. Make a list of where you are and where you might like to be. Because here's a little secret, your odds of creation increase astronomically and exponentially if you get it down and can refer to it, right? So then the key is feel into your ability to make that shift, and let it surprise you. On Wednesday, oh no, we just did Wednesday. Thursday, the moon in Leo is going to sextile Mars and conjunct Mercury. So the translation, right, of your heart and your soul absolutely comes much more easily on Thursday. Not only are you more capable of being in your expression and creativity, but that expression and creativity innately comes with a sense of balance. So head, heart, inner, outer, higher, lower self, self and other, right? All of those things can merge into one divine perspective. So see what you can learn from that capacity to have that new, different, shifted perspective. Just see what shows up for you. On Friday, the sun moves into Virgo at 3:34 p.m. Central Time. The Leo moon will, hello, we see you, sextile Chiron, and Venus in Cancer will square Chiron. So Virgo season rolls in with a different kind of energy, right? A new determination for your own self healing, for your own up leveling. Remember that all healing is self healing, and it starts with self devotion and self commitment to yourself. So get right with your intentions, because Saturday's new moon is really going to have the potential to allow you to help create whatever it is that you're intending. So pay attention. And on Saturday, the 23rd, the moon moves into Virgo at 24 minutes after the day turns Central Time. And then at 1:07, the moon conjuncts the sun at 0 degrees Virgo, right, for a 0 degree Virgo new moon. That Virgo new moon later in the day will quincunx Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto will square Uranus, and then the Virgo sun also squares Saturn. So again, this moon is about devotion. It's about dedication. It's about determination. It is about all of the ways that 0 degrees Virgo can help you create structure. And given the innate and resonant power of a new moon to begin with, at 0 degrees Virgo, this is a beautiful time to create something new, create new structure, create new habits, create new ways to devote yourself to yourself. Yum, 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 right? We also have a beautiful capacity to allow the needed changes to become part of your story, right? So the more loosely that you're holding on to any kind of prior 3D reality, the more easily your intended reality can come in and take shape. So expect to weather some speed bumps on Saturday. That's okay, right? We have a square to Uranus, so it might feel challenging, but lean into devotion. You can do that, and you will not regret it. On Sunday, the sun in Virgo squares Uranus, quincunxes Neptune and Pluto, and the Virgo moon sextiles Jupiter. Sunday is a try it on kind of day. And what I mean by that is be in the awareness that nothing is permanent, right? Try on whatever you feel like it, whatever strikes your fancy, really knowing that nothing is required. You don't have to commit, you don't have to keep it, you don't have to do any of those things unless you choose to do that. So don't promise to buy, right? That buyer's remorse might come back and get you. So the fact that your taste might change quickly, your discernment, right? All this Virgo energy, your discernment might change quickly. You might think, oh, this is great. And then all of a sudden, it's not so great. So don't make any commitments. Just roll with it. Be fluid, be experimental, mostly be non self deprecating, right? And watch any kind of tendency to be in that shoulda, coulda, woulda space. We don't want to do that. Just roll with it. Just try it on, right? You're not buying, you're just trying. All right, let's talk. On Monday, we have the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. This is interesting, right? We talked about the week starts off loudly and then your feelings shift. So it might roll in big, and then when your guard comes up and you want to slow down, go ahead and slow down. Remember that we're talking about the same energy here, right? This wide capacity for joy and inspiration is absolutely here. It just feels like it's behind bars. And if that happens, don't expect to be moving at the same wand pace once sword energy comes in. You might have some awarenesses that you need to sort out. Do that. Do that to prevent your everything from sliding sideways and you end up feeling stuck, right? You're never stuck. On Tuesday, we have Strength and the 3 of Swords. Now, we talked about unlocking an expressive capacity, right? to really allow your own healing and your own truth to come out. When we're talking about this Chiron energy, and Chiron is a big theme this week, there's a lot of Chiron presence. So pay attention to any old stories that you are telling that might be in your way. Again, let spirit speak to you and through you. Let that surprise yourself, but also show up in awareness of what a gift that is, and know that it might bring you some deep, deep healing. On Wednesday, Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. What lovely energy, right? We talked about this as the day where your level of grokkery for your deepest sense of home is off the charts. Nine of Cups. I'm in charge of my emotional state. Absolutely, I am. And then really taking stock of the what is and the what I desire, really witnessing. Stop, make a list, right? That ace is going to hand you all of the answers. Take the time to write it down. Take the time to make notes. Things come in and they slip away, right? Just like a feeling is not your emotional state, it's just a feeling. And the Nine of Cups energy knows that. Feel it, write it down, understand what you want so that those odds of creation are increased, right? You can do it. You already know you can do it. Solidify it. Page of Swords, Queen of Swords. Well, this is some big energy, right? We're talking about translation of your heart and soul and how it's going to come more easily. Not only are you more capable of being in your expression and your creation, but you're going to also have that sense of balance, right? That comes with that new awareness, inner and outer, higher and lower, healed and healing, right? All of those things. And as you merge into that divine perspective, make sure that you understand you already know what those perspectives are. This might be new information, it might be old information, but you know how to balance the perspective of what is your perspective within the arc of of any what's the word I want here, of any, oh my goodness, spectrum. Thank you. So if you're healing, where are you on that healing perspective? Well, some days we're feeling a little more healed, some days we're not. Where are you in terms of developing your inner and outer self? Some days we're feeling a little more of that, and some days we're not. Where you are, though, is where you always belong. And you get to witness that as perspective. On Friday, the Three of Cups and the Star. This is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy, leading into that beautiful Virgo new moon. Three of Cups. This is absolutely beautiful energy as we're coming into that new determination, new self devotion, right? Come on, this is all about renewal. This is all about really deeply celebrating where you've been and where you're going, and also where you are, right? This is the word I want to use is rejoicing. Right? There's a rejoicing energy here. Get right with your intentions and understand that the more deeply you're able to devote yourself to your own abundance, to your own creation, the more your intentions can show up and be witnessed and seen. Allow for all of the shifts and changes that are capable of coming in for you to come in for you. Don't let's say, refuse any kind of notion to say, but this happened before, right? Remember, the star is the card that follows the tower, which is cataclysmic destruction that leads to absolute renewal, absolute rebuilding, rejoicing, rehope. Rehope, is that a word? It's the promise of something new, right? Something worthy of celebration. So just be in that energy. It is lovely. Our new moon comes in with the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Absolutely lovely again. We're talking with about that 0 degree Virgo moon that is absolutely nothing but capable of following the things that you intend, the way that you desire things to be, right? The Knight of Wands, he might be a little impulsive, but the Knight of, or the King of, wow, the Nine of Pentacles is here to back him up. So there's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't create as long as you have that intended reality, that devotion, that what you want, that lush vision at the forefront. You have all of the resources and power to back it up. So lead with your biggest desire, right? And don't be surprised when it shows up. Okay, on Sunday, we have the King of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, right? I love the King of Swords here at the end of the week. After all of this, this is our try it on day, right? We're not promising, we're not going to buy anything, we're not going to feel plussed by having to put out any kind of resources. We're trying things on, and we understand what it is that we are going to put our energy toward and what we're not, right? You don't have to choose anything. Don't promise if you don't, well, just don't promise anyway on Sunday. Just be in the moment and trying things, experimenting, being very fluid, knowing that you have the capacity to choose wisely, right? This is ultimate discernment. And with this Virgo new moon coming coming on Saturday, and then all of these big Virgo sun placements, don't be in a rush to promise or purchase. And by purchase, I'm being um, metaphoric, right? Don't commit yourself to anything that you don't want. Stick with your intentions, with your dedication, with your devotion. You will not be sorry if that is the case. The master key is always love, right? We're going to say the master key for you might be something different in this week. So pay attention, right? This is a week that can feel plagued by second guesses or second doubt or a self doubt. Make sure that you're tending your healing this week, right? Be in the moment, be very present, and leave the past where it is, because all your time needs to be focused on the here and the now. Presence might be your master key. The rearview mirror is not a locator, right? It's an anchor. So make sure that you're moving. We've got nurture as our beautiful card this week, our beautiful oracle. Look at her, she's gorgeous. What a beautiful card for right here in the depth of summer, huh? I love that. The keywords here are cherish, nourish, blossom, abundance, nature, and creativity. The nurture card reminds you to tend the garden, right? What beautiful energy for a Virgo new moon. Come on. Relationships must be nourished in order to thrive. Mars is in Libra. Count the abundant blessings of the relationships you have. Find ways to let other people know that you care for them and appreciate them. Good relationships can be taken to new levels of happiness, and faltering relationships can be revived with loving care and attention. Equally, be sure to tend your relationship with yourself. Nourish your soul by giving giving yourself the grace to be who you really are and to love yourself for it. Take a few moments every day to connect with the divine. Pull a card, meditate for 5 minutes, or simply have an attitude of gratitude. Nurture your mind by engaging in activities that stimulate and engage. Use your creativity in some way every day. We literally talked about all of these things, right? Everyone has the ability to be creative, whether you paint, right? So cook, sing, dance, just live your life. Take care of your body by maintaining your good health or by making it healthy. Virgo new moon. Relax in a bubble bath or enjoy a good cup of tea. Connect with nature and soothe and nourish all aspects of yourself. Remember that nurturing yourself also raises your vibration and sends a signal of love into the universe. If you desire it, that signal will be a beacon that will bring new and loving relationships to you. An affirmation is, I shower all my relationships with loving attention and watch them blossom. So we are tending our healing this week. We are nurturing ourselves. We are devoting ourselves to the creation of the structure that nurtures us, right? That creates all of these things that we know we need, that we know we require. We are no longer talking about what we think we want. We're talking about what we want and how we're going to set about creating it for ourselves, right? Absolutely. What are you nurturing? Because that is what you're creating. So pay attention, guys. Happy new moon. I'll see you next time. Take care. Be blessed.